categorically, and starting on the T side, they are going to have a couple of smokes or flashes and double HEs, Dinko. If you see those, there's going to be a set piece behind this or have some sort of read as to how Eternal Fire is set up. But for now, Xantares, the danger man, of course, working towards middle with Maja.
Well, they're pushing quite quickly up into the playground. They've got a lot of control here already, Hugo.
I think they've heard it. Although maybe
you think
not.
So?
No, I take that all back.
No.
Roy's looked away. He was considering it for a second. But he's just going to miss it. He's going to walk right past. They have slipped the net. Ships in the night. No light on. And this is going to be a weird round all of a sudden. The bomb's been spotted and dropped. And the flank is actually going to work out perfectly for the Eternal Fire boys.
So they've got all this information. But do they go towards A now? You can see Roy's actually finding access towards the A bomb site. He's right by the flower bed. Major coming through the connector, and he will find contact here.
He's behind them.
Oh, again.
Oh, no, he's missed it just about. And now fnatic can just sprint towards A.
I don't know how fnatic have come up so good in this round, considering all the timings they've missed, but Eternal Fire don't want to risk it and go through the smoke. They'll wait for the big flank. They don't have a kit, however, and fnatic should have that plant.
They've had a lot of chances to get some flanks going here, Eternal Fire. Finally, one of them working out, and what a shot. What a shot from Nature, but Calix gets caught with his pants down, and Fasher will eventually clean that kill up.
What an absolute stinger of a shot from Maja there. That is beautiful. 4 on 2, 30 seconds remaining. Surely this one is locked in. Xantares with another crispy one as that USP keeps connecting. Fasher remains, and that's very convincing from Eternal Fire. What a pistol to kick things off. Like you said, shipped in the night towards middle, but the flanks were strong. The information read was good, running that clock down, and it's a very promising pistol.
And because of the lack of info fnatic had, they never actually saw that monster play even come through. They didn't even take the A site when they had it. They got smoke down and they never even planted. So all that opportunity wasted. fnatic didn't know what the hell went on in that round.
As you said, Dinka, coming into this one, we've commentated a lot of Eternal Fire the last couple of weeks, and you have to say, Amor's Julies, we're calling him the gunslinger because he connects a headshot every single time. It's
kind of crazy.
Yeah. Is he more of a spam player or is he more of a tap
he's quite
player?
precise.
He just gets one tap.
Yeah.
Joel Brothers.
It's wild, but full eco for fnatic by virtue of not planting the bomb, of course. Nothing invested whatsoever. So just trying to bait out some grenades. If they get a plant down, that's a success in its own right.
Well, they're going towards B to try and get that plant down. And they're going to just have to walk contact through Monster. And unfortunately for them, X-Cloud should be melting them.
Should be.
Ooh, the timing of that.
Oh, he's jumped right in. Still gets away with it, but he's going to run out of ammo. Well, luckily he has his teammate beside him here, Calix, and now they're running back into Amor. fnatic not getting anything out of this. Amor. Oh, he's got more.
Yeah.
There he is. Joel Brothers. Always a headshot with the Julies.
That AWP will be coming out very soon now.
Yeah, well, that was lovely. The MP9 ripping through them. No problem whatsoever, no frags found. And they do have a nice rifle setup as well. They've got enough firepower to make this round 3 work against the AK-47s. We'll see a couple of Galils for fnatic, though, just to make sure they have all the utility for the final execution. Important round here, and more. He's pulled out the AWP, throws away an MP9. That's quite common. Certainly a bit of risk financially, but gives them a much more fighting chance here in round number 3.
Shows they're very confident. I can't blame them after that last map. It was a bit of a beating in the second half from Eternal Fire. Expecting a lot more face from fnatic, who surely must have considered that first map would not go their way. It's interesting to hear Freya, after she talked to Samuelson, talking about how, they were confident on this, despite Eternal Fire being such a frequent Anubis-picking team. So fnatic at least start this round off right, and they get a double kill as Roy opens up in mid as well. It's down to the AWP.
Well, Amor is in a very difficult position, and he's going to miss the shot, but he's got the turbo. He goes in for the fight. That's the play he decides to make, and the AWP goes down. That's a lot of money gone, and at least it was entertaining.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? This is the clean sweep, though, for fnatic. Not a single kill found, and that might continue here. X-Cloud probing outside the monster tunnel, but look who's waiting. In-game leader Mezzi executes him in the back, and that's going to be a very promising start here. Like we said, it's fnatic's best map. We expect them to take this one. Good start for Eternal Fire, but now the financial woes hit after the investment of that AWP.
Now, we look at Eternal Fire, and I think that play perfectly sums up what they do quite often. It's getting aggressive, sometimes a little impatient. With fnatic's playstyle on Overpass T side, Hugo, they are a team that like to slow it down. You're going to expect some Eternal Fire mistakes to come into this?
Yeah, definitely. Especially on T side, I like watching fnatic because they do exactly what Roy did there. They love these like contact walks towards A. They'll walk through the toilet smoke. They'll sneak all the way up
happy about that,
into the A site. And yeah, Emo was getting a bit frustrated last
what
map
does he
as well.
expect to happen?
I don't know. He's like, oh, wow, I've been bullshitted there. It's like, come on now. What were you hoping
CSGO
for?
right there.
Somehow he found another AWP in this round. He funded it, rather.
Yeah, apparently so. Good point. So they do have 3 rifles, one of which is the AWP, and a couple of pistols to go with it, but still a lot of work to do. Nikados with the salvaged AWP from the previous round as well, and as Hugo mentioned, slowing the pace right down here. You'd expect this time and time again for fnatic as they gain territory on the map. Seems like they're leaning towards A, though. So just going to slowly dissect the bathroom area, and Amour's there once again.
Here he goes again.
No Julies though, guys.
He can't sit back on the site, this Amour player. He loves to get aggressive, and Xantares, he's one of the players that needs to stay up. He's got the rifle in his hands, and he has been tagged up by the AWP. But Amour taking another risk. Can he hit the shot this time? Here they come. Eventually it's Mezzi. Oh, bits the shot out. Really well played from Mezzi.
Yeah, very nice awareness. And more, again, aggressive, lovely shot there, but does he get away with it? The bomb goes down, they can start to rotate here. He's almost guaranteed that second by his standards. I thought he'd nail it, but good shot from Mezzi. 30 seconds, they don't have time to fall back now. Should be the commitment towards A as Crims confirms it with the rotation.
Yeah, and even now, Eternal Fire start to doubt it. They're sending 2 pistols back down to B after Crims kills the flank, but fnatic are heading forward. They're going right into the site with a molly behind the truck. There's no way anyone can be here, and that will guarantee a plant flank being held. Yeah. Stick in and save that M4, because fnatic have come back in with a round.
Nothing too flashy required there from fnatic. As we said, a default, ascertaining mid control, and then once they had it, slowly but surely, they start to make their way towards the A site. Amour, he finds one, gets the bomb down, but the trades come through, and EF starts to crumble. So the hunt is on. We'll see whether they want to force the issue here and try and find these remaining CT players, but so far so good. fnatic bouncing back, and with 4 players surviving as well, looks like they will be sniffing out the map and finding the remaining players here.
So what stood out, obviously guys, you watched a lot of this team over the last couple of weeks. What stood out so much for Eternal Fire? What was the heavy hitting detail that let them be champions?
This is the most tactical version of this sort of lineup we've ever seen. Yeah. Ever since like the Space Soldiers days, we talked about the brute force, the firepower every time. We never really talked about the tactical supremacy they would ever have, but now they're focusing on set pieces, tactical grenades, and just general CSGO fundamentals we weren't really talking about with them before. They still have Xantares in amazing form, but with the backbone of the strategies as well, it's just looking a lot more promising. You actually feel like they could go deep in these sort of tournaments now.
Yeah, I looked at Xantares' stats coming into the series today, and like he rarely gets below 20 kills. He's often even higher up than that as well.
In the grand final, we got a 1.41 rating. It was absolutely nuts. And we'll see whether he can keep it up. They're going to need him to go absolutely nuclear at this point with the saved M4, but if ever there was a man for the task, he might be it.
I think it's also the value of playing inside of a team of people from your country, of players that you've played with throughout years. We saw him in Big. He was really underwhelming in that team.
Yeah, sure. I think it was the system that kind of limited him. In this team, yeah, sure, it's a little bit more tactical, but he still gets a lot of space to play with. He's allowed to make the pushes. I think they all kind of respect him to the point where
also their clutch ability throughout the whole squad, Magia and xFlower specifically, they win a lot of 1v1s, 1v2s, but for now, full execution in towards B. You can see it's a bit more of a contact play. They're waiting for CT reactions to come through. Is it a B stack? It's actually not. 2 players lying in wait here. One will be dealt with momentarily, but xFlower, nice opening kill.
Well, Roy goes in and gets another one. Fasher's jobs to hold off Connector, and Xantares is here. Unfortunately, all of his teammates going down, and Xantares decides he doesn't really want to get in that fight. He's going to start fleeing the scene with the M4 on his back. What do you made of fnatic so far, Hugo, in this competition?
I think Fasher's had great form. I've been saying it every game, but I think it's important to note, considering he fell off in Katowice massively, and fnatic didn't make a run there at all. So I think he's been a large part of their success here. He played very well in the opener against MIBR as well, and he looked solid yesterday too. So yeah, Fasher playing well. That's a good sign. And
he's had a bit of a rough run of it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The last couple of months. It's one of my favorite players in terms of players I wasn't really aware of the last couple of years before he joined his team. I didn't really hear of him before, and he comes in and he's lights out. Really impressive rifler. Seems to have a very well-rounded game overall, and it's great to see him coming back into form as well.
Yeah, and even he's talked about here in Pro League as well, the role changes inside of fnatic, going from his previous team, which was Ecstatic, who I think got on a lot of people's radars towards the start of last year when they had a really sick run in a Fun Spark tournament. They got a couple of upset wins there. They beat out some more proven teams, and then they got eliminated by choking a 14-2 lead and lost in 16-14. But other than that, they had a really good tournament, and Fasher was the guy to look at in that competition. Then very soon after, got picked up by fnatic, but I know he had other offers in the tank as well.
Well, for now, we do have a tactical timeout here. It's fnatic up 3-2 on the T-side campaign. As we said, the money has been questionable for Eternal Fire since they purchased that second round AWP, but let's have a look at it. They will have 3 M4 so far, and more can afford the AWP on the nose.
He's considering it.
I think
the late buy means why not? He's asking for permission right now. Can I?
He could buy literally
just wait
nothing
until they
else.
look away.
Yeah. What I will say was interesting last map is yes, fnatic lost Anubis. You know, I still think it's a surprise that they would let it through in this game of all games.
Yeah.
But the fact that they did it was off of research. They definitely done prep. They were throwing some really nice util sets
towards Antares middle,
right?
Yeah.
That double nade, things like that is really good. So I hope we have the same level of preparation coming into this game, considering they could have definitely known Overpass would have been a piece of this series.
So just to note, Amor did buy the glass cannon AWP, meaning it's no armor, no utility, and we know he likes to get up close to personal. The set nades there at the start. No one there to receive, as they once again slowly work the map control. It's going to be Crims looking for any boost here, which Eternal Fire do a lot. They love a boost on this map.
They do. They love a monster P2 with a flash. It looks like what they're setting up right now. Nico does towards party. No one overextending. Perhaps it's only a matter of time before Amor does decide to walk a little deeper in the bathrooms, but Fasher's coming up. What a great flash. And that's going to remove Zantares, and they immediately check Amor.
They just know what they're doing. They see that position, they expect the setup, and they've seen Amor on toilets every single time.
We also seen Eternal Fire rock that setup a few times in previous tournaments and previous times they played Overpass.
What they're looking for there.
Exactly. They come around the corner, they're so ready for it.
Yeah, as soon as they get that first kill as well, Nico does beelines for that deep AWP angle, favors him because he's far away. Major will hold on to the site, and the bomb can go back because notice Crims is still chilling outside of B, but there are 2 CTs here, and he hasn't heard them shuffle away yet, so fnatic will just keep moving forward into this site, and it's a point in the round where Eternal Fire feel like they need to make a gamble towards lower.
30 seconds. Crims just trying to show a little bit of activity here towards B. He will go down, but not all is lost. A 3-on-3, and all the remaining CT players are towards the B side of the map here. Mezzi will slowly but surely confirm that A is open. Bombs be planted in the default spot. An advantage fnatic, but not all said and done. Problem is no kits, of course, but they do have a smoke and a flash. As the pincer maneuver comes through now, Nikodos more than ready for it.
Oh, I love that head jump. He hits his head, so his model goes a little further than the AWP is ready for. And now they have a way back in. 2 players in the way. Nikodos needs this kill, and he gets it. Fasher's on 4 health. It's really all on the AWP. Do or die, and Major shoots him in the back. Fasher's too far away to stop this stick, but he is wrapping round the world, and that smoke might just decide it. Fasher can't do a thing about this round. It's Eternal Fire with a 10-second stick.
He could
get it! Not quite. Great cover. And were they getting it this loud last week as well? They've really been screaming down the house.
I wish we knew. I'm sure they were. But, you know, it's looking like that was going to happen. I thought Fasher was about to get it in the final second. Comes around, they start to line up. But great to see Eternal Fire getting back into it after the timeout. And the AWP is still out. It's got Kevlar this time, so the economy is actually recovering here for Eternal Fire, which was definitely a worrying point of the game.
Nature's healing.
It is. Major's team is healing.
Well, here we go. Round 7, Eternal Fire bouncing back, tying things up. Full buy on either side, including the Nikodos AWP. Set nades coming in towards boost once again. No one to receive once more. A little bit of damage towards Major, but that's about it.
But it just actually, even if it doesn't do damage, it just scares them into doing the boost at any point, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. And more, a bit of a different angle selected for the AWP, but it's worked out exactly because of that.
Crazy place to play an AWP as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he gets the kill, because there's not ready for the AWP to be there. Luckily, there was only 1 player there, so the spacing wasn't even a possibility.
So, man advantage for Eternal Fire. Minutes on the clock. In terms of execution potential, still a couple of smokes and a missed one towards the side. Very close towards Antares. But they are rotating back towards B potentially. Just juggling some utility around. We have got the bomb in towards T-spawn on the back of Mezzi as he gets closer and closer towards Monster. So they will finish up towards this side of the map. Calyx haven't had to set his name too many times so far. B bomb site is pretty strong for them. A little bit of a splash there.
All right, flash at the ready for Nikodos. Here comes the pack of players for Fnatic. Oh, Calyx gets caught, but luckily gets away. I thought he was dead to rights, but it's X-Floud's turn. He's now well reached the second player, but Fasher still fights and wins against him in that duel, and Roy manages to get away with a double. They're into the site, 25 seconds. Fnatic will start to put that bomb down.
Yeah, they got a lot of space here. CT's on the retake with no utility to speak of. A re-smoke towards the heaven position from Roy. Easy shot. Never going to miss that one. That should be the round guaranteed here. Xantares has a kit. Brutal aim, but how does he even get out of this one? He can't. And there it is. Another very convincing round for Fnatic there. And one they probably shouldn't have won, considering they lost that first pick. And it was looking very strong for Eternal Fire, generally speaking.
Yeah, nice read, though, right? We had the orb start B. And when it starts at such a deep angle as Monster, Fnatic predicted very well that it's probably going to rotate out. You know, often you see that, and you've seen that for a long time. An orb takes an opening kill. It will completely change positions. Think of Inferno going for a banana pick and then immediately being back on short side. So, yeah, they try and avoid the AWP, and they do a good job of getting past it. And again, money problems for Eternal Fire. By eco, they can't get it straight. Back to pistols as Fnatic go fast towards short water this time. They might have to go quick. They've got no map control in middle, so they know there's a timer on this B play. The sooner the better. Molly's a problem. Calyx gets pushed out into Mezzi, and he's looking for all the glory in this B site. Double entry, they're out.
Yeah, that's very impressive from Mezzi and co. They've actually got full control of the B bomb, so now just Maja ready and waiting with the P250. I don't think he's long for this world, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a really long half for Eternal Fire. I think having to deal with Fnatic's T side, it's so painfully meticulous. They're just, every single move we've seen Eternal Fire go for, whether it be a crazy aggressive play from Amor or a couple of different bathroom setups, Fnatic are just so methodical that they're just taking them out in every single go. I feel like Eternal Fire have shown us pretty much everything they've got in the C2 book so far, and nothing's really worked.
Double AWP setup, perhaps.
Maybe get the three. Actually, just more AWPs, the better, I guess.
The usual remedy for this sort of situation when you're getting blown up the water, the gun rounds are falling apart. That's normally when you bring that out.
And we've seen Xantares have a rifle more than pretty much anybody in his team, right? He's even had it in some of the rounds around pistols, and he's only up to 2 kills now. He's bottom fragging for his team, and we already mentioned how he is the sharpest tool in the shed for them to use.
Well, they will purchase the first AWP. Don't think they can justify a second. It would be another glass cannon, unfortunately. But they do have the buy available to them. Concessions to be made across the board. Helmets certainly lacking. No defuse kits so far, but thankfully no Mac 10 to deal with, so it shouldn't be a massive factor here. Mezzi cracking the site open, no problem whatsoever. And yeah, it's been a bit of a problem towards his B side of the map time and time again.
Talking of entries, one of the reasons I love this Fnatic roster is Roy. I mean, he was influential on T side, Anubis as well. He found 3 rounds off a position alone. He's often doing these little lurky plays on T side, similar to that from Mezzi, but for like a lurk entry, Roy is so interesting to watch. His team give him a lot of time and a lot of room to get into cheeky positions. They set him up in mid there. The AWP though fires off and Roy doesn't want to bite back. He'll reset to long instead. With the AWP, rather. It's Nikodos taking that space. My God, Nikodos is on it right now. Fash has cleared out B short. Nikodos is waiting for a repeat, but Fnatic don't have to go A. They've got all these kills down below.
Yeah, thanks for that, Henry. As we see this round unfold right here, right now. 5 on 3. It's Mezzi opening up the B bomb side once again. And Krim should be confirming the round here with this kill, but overlooks it. That was on a plate, a freebie. Still converts it, and more to deal with, but the round should be secure.
Well, Amor getting out of that, the rest of his team having to flee as well. Save call for Eternal Fire. Again, another successful hit here from Fnatic, Hugo.
Yes, indeed. It's looking very promising as once again Fnatic running away with their casualties taken left, right and center for Eternal Fire. 1 player remains, Amor with the AWP, and it's going to be a desperate scenario for him. I don't think there's any possibility of him holding on to the sniper rifle. It's done.
I'm not believing either, Henry.
It's interesting because Fnatic have won less opening fights and still recovered the rounds more often than Eternal Fire. Eternal Fire leading the way 5-4 in opening kills. And only 3 rounds picked up so far.
I guess they're not forcing the issue when they lose the opening pick. You don't see them run into the trade and try and bring it back straight away. They try and just stranglehold the opposition, bleed them out, and it seems to be working. Amor, he's going to die. It's unfortunate. 4 players survive once again, 6-3. It was a very competitive start to the game, but now they are being drained.
Yeah, Fnatic are looking very comfortable on this T side, and there should be no surprises by that. A variety of setups, double nades that haven't even needed to connect, and Nikodos is just running around with the AWP. Shotgun AWPing really on this T side.
Yeah.
Mezzi getting a lot of B entries as well. Obviously, the entry power of Fnatic is some of the most interesting because you have, you know, this triple threat of players who are willing to go in first. Fasher, absolutely comfortable to do that. Roy often doing that on his own, but can be with the pack. And then Mezzi, as an in-game leader, often does, likes to lead by example. So a lot of entry power. Eternal Fire are going to need good setups, 1-2 punches on this CT side, and we've been seeing them quite split up. Close long player here in Emor, but he will get cleared. Surely no more than
maybe
one.
gets one, but
Liar.
not even that. Not even that. I said maybe gets one, Hugo. I covered myself.
Well, Xantares, he's got the sewing machine out, the MP9, hoping to
stitch him up.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be lovely. If you can stitch him up, Dinko, they're onto something, but he's in the worst possible position to do so, unfortunately, as looks like an A execution. Basic one, as we'll just see a couple of smokes thrown in. Molotov towards Optimus, and Calyx in a lot of trouble here. He's good with the Deagle, but overwhelmed, has to fall back. The MP9 does get one, but not good enough, I'm afraid.
Why would you be ready for 2 late players out mid when your team already have the site? Fnatic have the flank on lockdown, and these pistols are not getting back into the picture anytime soon. 7-round T-side, your half is basically done, and you know they've got more in store.
Absolutely true. So not even worth hunting these players. You know they've only got pistols. They're the only ones that have weapons to salvage, really. As Nikodos confirms his player towards bank. He hasn't really missed a shot yet, to be honest with you.
Well, if you're interested, possibly because of how this game is going, map number 3 is Nuke between these two teams.
Almost certainly going to see it, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a banging map end because we saw Eternal Fire almost take down G2 with a ludicrous team side.
Fnatic haven't been playing it a ton recently. Like the last 3 months, I think I've had 2 showings on it. So not to say they can't play it, but yeah, Eternal Fire is certainly the favorites in my book, at least, from what we've seen after that G2 performance.
Near the beginning of this roster's formation, Fnatic did like a bit of Nuke, but yeah, you're right. We haven't seen it in a while, so I'm excited to see where that one goes. If we can get there, Fnatic trying to drag us there, kicking and screaming. You called it, guys. The double orb is out now for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, and it's normally Major that wields the second one. We saw this a lot last week. Not to great effect, nor more when things got a little bit desperate for them. The wheels fell off and the double orb comes out. So it might be the solution, but we'll see how they handle themselves getting into round number 11. Nico, very quick up towards short. It looks like he might be guaranteed a kill here. There it is. The secondary orb strikes. 5 on 4, but can they convert this one? Oh,
the boost up is a lovely little trick, but it's being watched right now. A little further to the left.
Just one more step.
Squeeze.
If he stands, he's getting him.
Yeah.
But
there we go.
Yeah.
Finally. Every team uses that a couple of times a game right now. That boost is very much in the meta, and that's ridiculous.
He is not
right
through
the
that
smoke. No, that's keyboard smashing round.
He's got the bomb here, lads. He's got the bomb. Now, he doesn't want to use his smoke because it will give it away. How many kills can you get before Fnatic can group up and take you down? But they're coming in together. 2 from T-Spawn. They might be aware of this chance.
He's dead, surely. Fasher has the angle.
Way too early.
It's all on xCloud. Now, they're clearing everything right now. So
it's so sweaty.
He just has no chance. They're even clearing their own spawn. So xCloud's about to be checked here. Luckily, is active and gets into a better position to take down Mezzi. Throws the smoke down to try and separate these fights and goes for the spam in front of his smoke. That costs him his life.
Yeah, curious one. What do you make of it?
I don't know. Like, yes, he gets the bomb. It's unlikely they win the round. But if Calyx had worked for him from Monster, maybe baited him in a bit more. If he throws the smoke in towards Monster and then pushed out, some different ideas had to be had. Ultimately, I don't think they win the round, but could have been a bit closer. But still, they get the opening pick, Hugo, and it all falls apart once again by virtue of the boost. I mean, they do a lot themselves. They just had to seem no awareness of it whatsoever. This kill was absolutely filthy towards the smoke, but here's the boost as well. Had no idea it was coming.
Dinko, get those numbers up again, because I don't think there's any way that Eternal Fire is still winning in opening kills after these last couple of gun rounds from Fnatic. They are just storming through.
They really are. Very convincing T-side performance so far. They go up 8-3, and presumably the money is wrecked once again. There you go with Deagles, 5-7s. A bit of a partial buy with the maximum loss bonus now. They've got 3 sets of Kevlar.
They're still winning, 6-5 in duels.
How the hell are they doing that?
Yeah.
Well, it's about to level up, I'd imagine, with only these pistols in play. Roy has been having a lot of fun on this A attack, often alone or set up by flashbangs. Playing very patiently here. again, one player deep at long. We've not really seen these double setups. There is one in connector now for Eternal Fire. This is a nice bait up for Emor for Xantares' swing. But in gun rounds, it's been a miss. Oh, perfect Molotov. And he's going to hear the tick as well. He knows at least one player's here.
I just love this from Fnatic. There's nowhere you can stand, nowhere you can go right now. Fnatic are checking everything. Utility is perfect. Major now getting aggressive. He's about to get caught by the perfect timing too. Roy just comes around.
Beautiful.
And another headshot.
A thing of beauty indeed. And 1 minute on the clock. It's not going to get any easier for Eternal Fire here. Going towards long. Handling the round as efficiently as possible, making sure no one goes down. The boys storming up towards the A bomb site, and no one there for now. We are going to have Calyx probably rotating back in, but what can he really do? The best you could hope for in this scenario is maybe a kill, take the AK and go save it. That's about as good as it gets right now.
This is just hard work working out for Fnatic. Just the preparation.
Not giving anything away either.
Absolutely ready for everything. Yeah, I think when you go one map down already in the series, you can't really afford to let too much go. And coming in with a statement performance on the second map to send you to nuke. Now, that third map, we talked about how little they've played it over on the Fnatic side recently. Yeah. They played it one time at Katowice versus Vitality. They lost it 16-13. It was a decider match there for them.
How was their T side?
We'll take a look at their T side. Here, they didn't do so well. Looks like they only won 4 rounds there, Hugo.
Oh, not ideal, Dinko.
Not ideal at all. And neither is this scenario we're watching on our screens right now. It will play out momentarily. They might as well save their Kevlar. They are going to be buying up next round, so there is some reason to save. There's just pistols here, but Xflower with the Deagle, no armor. He'll be waiting towards T-spawn. And again, no reason for Fnatic to hunt. You would just be padding stats at this point and risking giving away your AK-47, which is not advisable.
They have 2 players on maximum cash. 16K.
I haven't seen that in some time.
No, exactly. That is mental. And all these 5 alive rounds for Fnatic.
Yeah, okay.
They've lost 5 players in the last 5 rounds, cumulative.
Nice.
And they've been
all of those pretty much opener.
Yeah, true. 4v5s and they group B and they win. All right, this if there was ever going to be hope for Eternal Fire, it's off the back of this round. We need Emor at the front of the pack, causing chaos yet again.
Well, Calyx being put under a lot of pressure. Xantares also having to leave the connector and get into water early. It's a decent position to assume quite early into the round here.
How many gaps have they found? Again, Messi just running along like he doesn't care. Like there's no one here. And guess what? He's right.
Look how fast this is. He's just full sprinting. They have no idea because no one's even close to him. They will consider long, but they won't be ready for how close he is. Luckily on that jump spot, they do see where Mezzi is. Now they're going to post AWP up here. But look, they have no idea where Mezzi's tucked. They don't know if he's in the right side or the left side. And Amor has to come back to safety. Messi crossed again. Oh, wow. The timings are just working perfectly for Fnatic.
That is a big smoke, though, down on short side. It's going to allow Emor to walk up. But these shots haven't been connecting as consistently as maybe he would have liked. He's got a teammate by his side. Xantares and Emor with Major still baiting and jumping on the back of the bomb site. 45 seconds, and Fnatic are committed to this one. They are hitting the A site. They've got to make this work.
And Moore still has a smoke as well, so he can funnel them towards his orb crosshair, but we'll see how this one finishes up. One player towards long for Fnatic. Crims safe from the flames for now. This should be the final play coming in momentarily. Xantares trying to hunt for information. Confirms they are there. Activates the AWP, which connects the first shot.
Hasn't been great at getting multi-kills in this position, but this time he has the rifle support of Xantares, or at least he did. That's gone, and Emor now has to rely on Major to keep him out of this one. Emor is fully committed, and the no-scope goes in, nearly gets away with a second, but the rifle will eventually overrun him, and the clock is the most important factor here, but they've cleared out Major. They've got it. Down!
No way!
Just about! Just about! Stays alive. Fasher gets the bomb down. One more bullet would have done it.
King Crims again. Look at that cover. Clears the backside, saves Fasher on 7, and Xfoul, he may have good timing, but he has got his knife out. He's a dead man. Crims does it all. 4 kills. The king of Pro League, the king of Katowice.
The king.
He keeps them coming.
I was about to say, well, at least there's no way they can lose this one. They're going to deny the plant. There's no time to do anything with it. But somehow, some way, Crims delivers the goods. And you're right, time and time again, he seems to find these plays. Amazing work there. That's going to be the backbreaker, I would say. Yeah. So frustrating to receive that one. And what a play this was. Look how much time there is. 5 seconds as the bomb's going down. This is the shot that really saves the day there. Calyx dropped to the floor.
7 health.
And double digits for Fnatic. They'll buy up again as we get into the closing stages of this first half, but it's weak. Look at the lack of utility. Almost no grenades. They've opted for full firepower here, and they're taking damage early on. Excellent. As Calyx and Major get wrecked.
Yeah, what a nade over the top. Excellent points, Hugo, as always, and will get a response. He's going to fire over the top of the boost. Let's put some numbers on old Crimmy boy, right? Not just matching Astralis in Katowice wins across the years, but same for Pro League. 3 times with Fnatic has this guy won this tournament, and he's one of 6 players that have attended every single Pro League. That will become 5 this season with Dupree ducking out. And right now, Fnatic are ducking out of this round. A 2v4, they would never win this. Fasher and Crims in a 2v4, surely not, Henry.
I tend to agree with you, but I'm not sure this is sort of round Eternal Fire could lose, actually. That's the question for me. And we'll get into the 50-second mark. Crims towards long with the bomb. He's got to deal with them more first. Low HP. And to be honest, if he walks from about now, he probably has to drop on him, and he's going to. Here he comes, slowly but surely.
Well, it's all about this fight. If he gets this kill, then it's on, because then the bomb can get over towards the site. But
he's checking it.
Yes, Moore's position still pretty good, but the timing, he's looked the wrong way. Oh, it's a kill for Crims. One easy bullet to it. And now it's all about Fasher staying alive here. Bullets being peppered from the toilets. If he takes the bind kill, well, they've got the safe plant.
Blank. Oh, it had to hit. No time now. It's a done deal. Finally, Eternal Fire feels something on the CT side. After a streak from Fnatic, the net's 7 in a row. Eternal Fire get back on the board, but is it too late?
Well, bear in mind, Eternal Fire won the pistol as well in a pretty convincing manner. So the fact that they are now trailing to such a massive degree, a couple of gun rounds in their belt, this is not looking good on the CT side as well. We'll see what they can do with the last round. But
it's never a good sign when Xantares is 3-10.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Well, 10-5, still a possibility, and given how they've been playing, actually might be quite beneficial, maybe a little bit overinflated.
Yeah.
And here we go, round 15 underway. Mezzi in the connector. Has been finding a lot of space in the early portions of these rounds, and not this time. Xantares only getting 1.
1.5 at least. Fasher now down to 24 points of health, but a 4-on-4 definitely does favor the T side, especially on a tactical map like Overpass. Spread way too thin on the C2 side, and you can see him more now reacting, trying to hunt for a bit of intel here. Locking down the connector, but doesn't look comfortable with it.
Don't like the bomb being alone in middle. Neither does Nikadoz, who will be coming in to reunite. And that bomb drop may have been heard by Emor, who's down in connector. And we've already seen a lot of late mid takes for Fnatic, so he's going to keep his eyes on it. Oh, just misses that timing. But nades are being thrown out. Dilly-dallying. Emor, he's got the round in the palm of his hand. He needs to be patient, though, that bomb. Where's it going? Backstab to Roy. Just about recovers in time as a flash pops. And Nikadoz might have to go back down into the doldrums.
Here comes Crims in towards B. Fasher quite the distance behind him. Crims has got so much space behind this smoke already. He'll clear the barrels first. Once he sees that's clear, it's all about Heaven, and Major gets the up on him. 2 versus 4 again, this time Nikadoz and Fasher. And the AWP of Fasher chimes in. They're 2 ups right now on the T side.
This might work,
That actually might work, because they're sending the bomb out long.
Just got to stick it.
Oh, this could be wild.
Oh, Fasher, just keep making noise. Sell this one. He dies, it doesn't matter. This is it. This is what this round was made for. Nikadoz with a plant. He can go back to short side.
He has a Molotov as well.
Oh, dear, Henry.
And they have kits, but a smoke, I think, is available for Xantares, so they can extinguish in that regard.
They just used the Molotov already, though. Nikadoz threw it down towards the stairs early on. He's burnt that option out, but he might just get the kill. He will. Now he can drop back, reposition, sees the head. Misses the second time of asking, but he goes back, crossing into the danger zone, but he's got himself in the bathrooms. Tap on the defuse. He would have to swing wide, and Nikadoz has got it down into the 1 versus 1. It's just Calyx left. He's got the kid, but what a shot from Calyx. Luckily saves that one.
Well, there we have it, 10-5. Eternal Fire still have something left in the tank. It's not a great half, but it will do. We'll take a quick break and see how the second half concludes between Eternal Fire and fnatic.
Get it live, who can paint that picture? Ain't no way we losing inches. Climb them fences, get bruised up, got stitches. Bring them back to their senses. Know how the game go, checks and payrolls remain the same. No forecast, Eli, baby. Time out, ride out, you can let them hate me. Get along everywhere we go. Don't carry vendettas, doing everything better. Step into the scene and they stuck like leather. Groupies follow me for the green. Pause to proceed, but we never lost. Tryna be fake. Tell me what it costs. Everything you touch, let's go back to dust. Hating cause you can't be like us. But just want you to vibe with me. Touch the sky, come fly with me. Be real, don't lie to me. We're just gonna break it on, bringing it back. You know what it is. Bringing it back, bringing it on. If you wanna dance slow, then you gotta move your feet. People gon' stare, but I don't care. And I know it's only cause they know when we the best. Mike skills don't put me to the test. We don't got time for the rest. Y'all haters is a mess. Give me my props, thinking we gon' stop. All I got is love for those that's riding with me. All these models vibing with me. Say so, please don't max the case low. Rolling that dice, a 7 would be nice. Text coming in, love to see, love to me. C to C, easily. Job flows, I got goals, please spread the word. Kicking haters to the curb. Catching up all the intrigue. Doing it mentally, yeah. Just want you to vibe with me. Touch the sky, come fly with me. Be real, don't lie to me. We're just gonna break it on, bringing it back. No, bringing it back. No, you know.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League. We've got Eternal Fire and fnatic. My name's Stinko, and beside me I've got Hugo and Hanger G heading into the second half of play.
Hi, Hanger here.
Yes, indeed. Good to be here, chaps. How do you think it's going so far?
Great. For fnatic.
For fnatic, yeah. I'm in between us, the three of us. That's the biggest talking point of this game, I would say.
I would say after this game,
first.
You know, we deserve some sort of medal. We are one of the trios of all time.
Exactly. I think that's a good point.
Paid attention to.
Well, here we go then. The eternal flames of the first map have surely been extinguished now, 10-5. They trail going into the second half on their T-side campaign. Crims is boosted, and he will be getting contact early on. The swing comes around to those Julies, and more handles their damage taken, but a 5-on-4 once again for the Turkish squad.
They were ready for that. They pulled right back after the contact of the boosted player. Messi still has his, though.
Bear in mind, Eternal Fire won the pistol in the first half as well. They can pull this one off. That's both pistols in the bag and a huge deficit to recover from.
They've won both pistols back on the previous map as well, so...
And Moore's got the Julies back, Hugo.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. There's always a chance here to turn this one fully in their favor. Zantares gets up on the boost, gets spotted, dismounts pretty quickly. And still a minute to play with here. The gunslinger is still around.
Certainly is. Can do a lot of damage with those two guns. Yeah, the smoke, flash, and a Molotov. Everyone towards B for now, but not for long. Starting to shift their stance and lean towards the A side. I say lean, they're actually full sprint as they make their way up towards the bomb site. That's going to be Major trying to keep CT rotations away from the B bomb site here. Mezzi gets contact. A little bit of damage inflicted, but everyone holds their ground.
Yeah, it's a seesaw trying to figure out which side is safer. Weigh their options up. Yeah, it will be A after all. Fnatic are fine to play retake here, but they don't have a kit. That's the problem. Swap out for Nikodos, trying to feign more players. Goes back to the USP and pushed out by the Molotov. There's 15 seconds, but that should be enough. There's no flank. Easy plant, easy post, easy kill, easy round.
Yeah, great work from Eternal Fire. Fnatic held at bay for the time being. And sure, they start to go back in. Messi and Nikodos have found a couple of kills, and maybe just a little bit more getting back into the round. Fnatic are getting every single kill, and it's all down to xFloud. Sure, he wins some clutches, but his teammates have put him in a real difficult position. He'll swing out, he'll get one, nearly denies, but unfortunately, Fasher is just too much, and Eternal Fire, you can't afford to let that kind of round slip.
Yeah, another early advantage. They get a completely open A bomb site as well. A 4-on-3 retake, and still it all collapses. Fnatic finding every single kill en route, and it wasn't even close towards the end. 3 players remain, and sure, xFloud gets one, but that's about it. Luckily, they get the bomb down at least. They can buy up into the second round with Galils and AK-47s, but still, I would be thinking Fnatic probably take it.
Yeah, pretty desperate at this point, and that's finally the first pistol they've lost in the series, so very unfortunate timing for it to have happened. Comeback feels like it's having the air sucked out of it.
Yeah, and they've taken a tactical timeout to discuss the options here. So you can buy this round or take maybe a small investment and have a very well-equipped third round. But
I'm rage buying after that pistol.
I think I would be as well. And Zantara is the first one to confirm it. He's gone with Glock armor, no weapon.
Glock armor, all the util.
No, he'll be dropped an AK-47, but we'll see what the Turkish Terminator can make of it. Hasn't found form yet, unfortunately, in Overpass. 4-12, but in my opinion, the most skilled player on the server. I'm sure he can cause a bit more damage before this one's over.
Need him now or never.
There won't be many more chances to get him involved on this map if you lose this one. He's been sent out solo towards B. There's the monster in, and that's a pretty good monstrous nade.
That was a nice bit of chip damage, I think some would say. But here we go.
Damage.
Chip going towards the mid-area, Molotovs towards bathrooms, trying to flush out any CTs on the other side. Just 2 rifles for Fnatic. UMP making a rare appearance for Crims, keeping it old school as you might expect. CTs with no kit, just a note once again. So the bomb does go down. It's a clutch scenario. Might give the favor towards EF, but for now, still exploring their options, looking for boosts.
Yeah, this is a question of homework, because now in back-to-back rounds, Fnatic have played 4B, and this is pretty standard. They're a team that, even without the AWP, they love to leave Nikodos just jump spotting A and not take much map control in middle. And, you know, far better a play when you have the AWP, but he gets enough info for these jumps that he can call for rotates eventually, and without even spotting a player, there's now 3 CTs in the site. So Fnatic have made the right read at the right time. And Eternal Fire have hit a headshot over the box. They are going to steamroll off the back of that kill.
Roy holds, he's got the rifle to take the first attention. At least 1 kill comes in, but it's all about Mezzi's MP9. He rolls out the bulldozer. Although it is little, it is mighty. It's just 1 though. Galax confirms the plant. Crim's coming back in with UMP, and surely Amor would have got something there, but he doesn't, and Crim slips into the toilets.
Well, he gets some intel at least. They know exactly where he is, but they've overlooked him. What is going on here? I don't like this at all. They confirm the round, but oh my god, it's a little bit dicey towards the end there. It will be the first round for Eternal Fire, though, in this second half. But a bit of a risk to buy up there, I suppose. They did talk about it. It works out quite nicely for them, and it all started with that scout shot towards APC. Wonderful work there.
That hunt is terrifying. A bit too much sugar in the coffee this morning, I think.
It's scary. They scare me every time.
They're running at him with a scout. Like, chill, guys. You got space. You got the plant. You can play toilets.
Well, this game might be back on.
Yeah,
I think so. fnatic are coming into this with a force. They've got upgraded pistols, a scout for Nico does. Eternal Fire have a chance to recover their economy here.
Oh, great nade timing. But fnatic, they have 4 smokes. They're just going to be cycling them in this round. I like how long they've held on to these as well. In no hurry. First one fading. Now the question drawn. Roy will replenish. But it's too late, isn't it? Eternal Fire have contacted through. They feel no fear with Xantares this deep. And he will be beckoned into the bomb site. Nice trade work for Emor. Crims keeps it even. One big D kick could go a long way.
Well, the nades just go flying in. Eternal Fire clear out the barrels. See that behind the smokes are now emptying out because Crims and Roy are going down. Nico does finally get something done with the scout here, but it's a lot more needed if he wants to turn this into a round win. They haven't planted yet. Now they will start to commit to it. In the meantime, Nico Dawes has dropped back. He's going to reposition to heaven.
Yeah, not really many options for him, I'm afraid. Maybe one more kill and save the AK-47 or M4, but that's about as good as it gets. He has no kit and just the scout. But yeah, Galax will find him momentarily. That will be a confirmed frag. And there we have it. That's going to be full eco for fnatic now. 11-7 overall. Call it 11-8 if you ask me. No, you can't even justify P250s really here.
Yeah, you're right. No one's ever won an eco before, so that's
true. That's a good point.
A good time to
Thank
call
you for
it.
clarifying.
Not a single time ever. Well, here we go. Is this the time, Hugo? Is this the first time it's going to happen?
I think Henry had a great point. Sorry, Hugo had a great point. He said that this is 11-8.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Well, here we go. The thing is about fnatic, though, they have some very impressive stacks. They have a lot of their strapbook in terms of
Towers of Doom.
The Towers of Doom.
Yeah, is that what you call them? I like that term.
Exactly.
I'm gonna steal that. Okay.
They've got a lot of those, and this is one of them. You're going to see it right now.
Oh, towers come crumbling though. It bites back. 1 kill for Fasher, but that's a beautiful spray for Xantares. He makes it sexy and gets 3, keeping Eternal Fire comfortable in the anti-eco.
Yeah.
That gets him up to 9 kills now.
Yeah, he's coming alive.
In the night time.
The Terminator powering up.
Although the Turkish talisman as well was a good one.
Yeah, that was one we wheeled out.
Give me your clothes.
Yeah, your boots and your motorcycle. Well, I was trying to do Terminator quotes last week. I thought it's almost too cringe in the grand final. I can't do it.
Maybe in the grand final.
He will be back. Yeah, he will be back.
Get to the chopper.
I said sophisticated killing machine was one quote I used. That was quite a good one. But here we go. And Maja opening things up on a key player in the form of Roy. Nico Dawes will pull one back. So still a 4-4, but they know exactly where he is. A key duel here. Galax comes out on top.
The Galax factor.
That was a good one as well.
Here he comes.
Factor.
Running
alive and well.
He is still factoring. Here he comes out long.
That's sick.
What a headshot.
Calypso.
Mezzi is removed as we go into a 4-on-2 here. Fasher and Crims. M4's between them. Got to gamble the A site. If they're both here and the full contact comes through, this could be possible for them. This round's not done by any stretch. Depends where they want to go, and they will be fully committing towards the A bomb side. It looks at things. It's still with a minute. They can feel it out, but we'll see what they make of it.
Well, Fasher holds, gets one from the corner. Shouldn't really get away with a second, but was so close to nearly picking it up. And just all Crims left.
Warbang.
He has been the king so far, but I don't think he's going to be usurping the throne from Eternal Fire this time. Flashes just keep popping right in front of his face. And finally, he starts to slink on out, and he will go down to Galax. What round there from Galax.
Yeah, we have to see the replay package of those frags. That was unbelievable. Incredibly sharp. extra crispy. AK-47 bullets delivering there time and time again. Nothing too much in terms of the strategic depth. That was just raw headshots coming through. A bit of aggression with the CDs kick things off. Maja taking down Roy. And then this was the shot from Calyx. What a showstopper that is.
From raw headshots into the air fryer, 20 minutes with some oil, crispy.
You an air fryer man?
No, I'm not, but I'm being tempted.
Oh, you really should.
The Instagram
air fryer life.
It's changed my life.
Yeah,
it is just.
I've heard about the slow cooker as well. I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, it's good when you put you just throw some meat in it, go out and do about your day, and then you come back and you got a nice succulent roast
delicious
ready
meat.
for you.
Yeah.
Chow down on that, and then you fire your sides into the air fryer. It's a great combo.
Crims is gobbling up on the B side right now.
He is.
He's got a mouthful. 2 kills, no gun though, and he runs low of ammo. So it's a 3-on-2 and Eternal Fire are fine.
They are, as they actually find double digits here.
How is this happening?
Yeah,
like, how is this actually
crazy.
just transpiring in front of our eyes? 11 to 10 now.
Yeah.
It's still the reverberating. Is that reverberating?
Yeah, that's
effect of winning that force buy. I think Fnatic only had 1 full gun round, and they didn't, or a couple, and they didn't have the AWP. So it's they're still trying to recover from that, but I can't make excuses. These have been some clean shots coming through for Eternal Fire. This next round is everything for Fnatic, or the steamroll will continue on this T side.
Well, they've been throwing different ideas at Eternal Fire as well. We've seen the passive ult, we've seen the aggression towards middle. Nothing working. The only round they picked up so far is the pistol victory. Nikados trying to ruffle some feathers before the round is out, but nothing will be found. Another very clean one there for Eternal Fire. Hugo, what's the cash situation right now? Can you report in as to what Eternal Fire have got in terms of, they got 16k yet?
They're not quite there, but we got 10k, we got 10k, we got 8k, going to 9k, going to 2k, and sold. They've got a lot of money here.
They have got a lot of cash here.
On the other side, though, only one available AWP if we want the full helmet and Kevlar.
I'm sure they do. Well, High Rollers Eternal Fire will happily accept the first tactical timeout from Fnatic. Sign of the times here. The reverse sweep could be coming through. What
a game that would be. And a 2-0 for Fnatic on the home map of Overpass as well. That would be a shocking result.
After getting bullied in the first half as well, right? Xantar's coming into the second half with 4 kills.
Bear in mind, that would send you down to the final elimination bracket as well. This is already a loser's game going through. So yeah, that would be crazy for Fnatic, especially in this matchup. I don't think many had Eternal Fire winning this one, especially 2-0. But after seeing the veto, I think a lot of us changed our minds. Seeing Anubis there, that was a huge red flag for me.
Yeah, big risk. Didn't work out. Maybe you felt like you had the safety net of Overpass to fall back on, but it's not looking too comfortable right now. But lots of damage done early on here, and the first 2 openings come through immediately.
Had a bit of spice through the con spam to put xFloud down to 12, so not a bad start, and they'll still take real estate. Oh, Roy, the right move. He's on the market all right, all the way through.
Major spots the barrel there, so could be a chance for Nikados to go down due to timings, but
look at Roy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. See ya, bomb down. Oh no, bomb up.
One down.
One of them down. I'll change that.
Recovered it.
The bomb probably going down here to Mezzi, I would say. It just catches xFloud. Bomb now, down now. 57 seconds.
Gotta shoot. Gotta shoot, but I think
he did all of the steps right apart from the shooting.
He's dead.
And Roy gets the pick from Lost. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to see. When Fnatic get a comfortable round, when they get everything out, they just absolutely shut Eternal Fire down.
Yeah, I'd like to see them slow it down on the T side now, right? They've had a lot of speedy rounds, but now Fnatic have all the gumption. They have all the guns, they have all the nades, they have all the trimmings, and Eternal Fire can hopefully go back into a slower default. They've got a wealth of cash for a couple more buy rounds here on this T side. Make the most of them. Don't just get the carpet pulled out from underneath you. You are not Aladdin.
Certainly not. That's a good point. We are going to see a full buy on either side here. Fnatic, after winning the previous course, up against the fully equipped Turks because they had so much cash. But mid-control trying to be obtained here. Nikados flashed off. He will fall back. Great little grenade. Xantara eats 2 of them.
Oh, no!
And the wallbang follow-up as well.
That's
beautiful.
So ridiculous. As soon as Fnatic get the nades out, they've had 2 back-to-back rounds where the openers have just flak damaged the entire Eternal Fire side.
Zantares is having a rough one. He finished the first half with 4 kills. He was getting spammed through smoke, naded down. He's not even seeing these players before he's removed from the round. So, yeah, that's a factor to keep track of.
A nice real estate taken by fnatic because they lost mid early. There was a nice util combo to push back fnatic, and so instead they've taken B short through Con. They've come through. They've cleared Monster. They know exactly what's going on in this round. They've pieced a picture together like a puzzle. Tiny little pieces.
You found a jigsaw, Hugo?
Never completed one. A bit hard.
I think I have either.
No.
I think I've
Not
already
even
attempted one.
patient
What about the
enough.
kids ones? Like 8-piece puzzles.
My favorite are one-piece puzzles where it's just a photo.
Yeah, they not as much fun, but
Easy to complete,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Well, talking about completing, we have got an execution towards the A site and a big flank coming through, Dinko.
Yeah, Fasher could complete this. He's coming around the backside. Messi trying to delay, and here comes
no.
Fasher. The Dutchman is flying towards them. Right behind them. Tap, tap, tap. A1S out, but he only manages one.
It's a massacre.
Everybody else takes them down.
Yeah, there's enough players there. They had the full gamble, not even a gamble, the full read off the flank. So Eternal Fire walk into the gates of hell. And, well, it's pretty hot down there.
Certainly is. And the coffer's starting to be drained as well. Even after having 10k on 2 players, it's going to be a bit of a rough one because it's 2 with $3,500. There is a buy there, but a tactical timeout certainly required here. Zantares can't believe it. It's just like, what is going on in my luck today? And, yeah, the CTs completely decimate them here. The flank was very powerful indeed. Basha had a bit of a shooting gallery there, but 13-10 comes through. Tactical timeout called. And I would say probably just do a partial buy here, lads. Like having 2 players not fully equipped is probably what you don't need that right now on the T side. Take a partial, you still can win it, and keep the money strong.
It's a rough place to be in for Eternal Fire right now, because obviously you don't want to walk into the nades very early on into the round, but also you can't afford to really concede all of that map control early. So what's the decision here? It's to
It's a
invest.
wacky one.
Yeah.
It's wacky, all right.
They've gone for a Krieg.
I mean, they've got enough for this. It's just
Yeah,
like,
but why? You've got enough for a Krieg a lot of the time, but you don't see that come out that often.
Well, maybe we'll eat our words, Dinko. Who knows?
There we
Could be a
go.
specialist.
Could be.
little team knife and then
He's so good
flash.
to handicapping him at the start of the round.
Yeah, gotta make it a little bit easier for fnatic.
They just lost long entirely, but
But
luckily
they don't know.
they don't know about
He's stuck.
Nikados.
Oh, the Kree's trained in. He can't swing. Oh, they line up. Why are they chasing the kill? They've got him locked in a corner in a cage of his own making. And now Emor, yeah, he can get this kill all he wants, but his team aren't there to help him out, and he just has to allow it. Oh, that is unforgivable.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Well, that sucked. Really,
Yeah,
that
Always
that
away
really
as
did.
well.
I hate that for them.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, it's going to be Amor and Zantares licking their wounds outside the B bomb site here. They do have the bomb, a couple of smokes, but almost no chance of converting this. It would have to take something remarkable from Zantares. He's certainly capable, but will he be given the opportunity?
Well, luckily he hasn't been nated down to an inch within his life, so...
True. He's been sat right back, waiting for the round to conclude, see if he can actually get stuck into this point. And he's made pretty good ground. Bomb behind him. But they're playing retake setups here.
Yeah,
Still plenty of utility, but he's gone so deep on the contact play. Here comes the smoke, but he's going to be peeked from heaven. And he loses his life. There goes the nade right into Amor's pocket.
2 more H's as well, plus the open orb in heaven. Emor's got to take space, take kills, and he's not got time to do this. He's been spotted. They know. Almost the transfer. We've seen Emor hit some nasty shots, but that will not be one of them. And I feel like Eternal Fire, they're one of those teams that sometimes just need to take a deep breath. Because when they get the info, they're always running for the kills, aren't they? We saw it back in the first half when they knew Crim's a flank con and they're chasing him with a scout. Sometimes you can just wait. They had Nikados trapped here. They had nades. They had a Krieg on his position. And 2 players go swinging through the wind and die.
So it has to be a force buy here. They're going to have to go with pistols across the board. You would expect some form of set piece as they extinguish the initial flames. Nikados more than happy to take the challenge here. As we'll watch Schwartz connector as well. Nice spam coming in from Mezzi. Bullets connecting, even more so for Maja. He'll collect the rifle. So an opening kill and a chance here. He'll give that over to Zantares, presumably. Or more for now.
Make the most of this opportunity. And so they shall.
You know what I have loved about Eternal Fire's T side on Overpass?
Love is a strong word, but please tell me. Let's hear it.
It's quick.
Okay, yeah, that's
true.
what you've chosen.
Yeah. Actually, that is. I do love that as well. Yeah, it's exciting, even if not for the right reasons. Little run boosty. Now, Nikodos, we've not seen much CT Orb this game. He looked solid on T side. He wasn't missing a beat. But how will he do against this tirade of T's coming around long corner?
Maverick is going to do pretty well. He's prepared for this moment. He's got all the information he needs. And he goes swinging into the peak. And he gets one, sees a lot more, and now he's blinded under pressure. But repositions around the front side of the dice box. He's got old Mezzi to help him out. He's going to get one, but Nikodos still undetected. And I don't think they're ready for the AWP to be right here. So he'll start to wrap around. Fasher gets all three. Oh, that is lovely.
Oh, dear.
Well, they got the bomb down at least. There's a buy going forward. They'll have maximum loss bonus, but that's about it. They're
always the optimist.
Have to find something at this stage, and it looks like
overtime is still a possibility.
With 5 T rounds in a row, Dinko, it certainly is. But they've lost 4 in a row now. I would say we're going to pack it up after this one, but you never know. Like, the fact they even got double digits after the first half is pretty impressive, to be honest with you. It was a competitive game still, and they've got Nuke, where I actually consider them the favourites. So just keeping the hands warm.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, I think I agree. I think Fnatic aren't well drilled right now in Nuke, and they could be dealt a very heavy hand by a very aggressive team that even took G2 to their final straw and took them a more competitive game than Heroic did, than Na'Vi did, and made it a 30-rounder off of the back of a 10-round T-side. So, yeah, I think I'm glad we're going 3, if that's where we're going. And Fnatic trying to make sure that's a factor with another pause called.
Well, the CTs want to close things out right now, and they're looking for the knockout punch if possible. And, of course, they'll have all the advantages you could ask for here after 4 successful rounds in a row. Eternal Fire do have the rifles that, as you can see on your screens right now. A Galil for xFloud, and Zantara is up to 11 kills, but, yeah, not looking too good overall. Some concessions to be made. Maja with barely any utility. Same story for Calyx, but we get into round number 26. Is it where play stops? Time will tell. And Zantara's early flash as Roy takes Fountain control.
Oh, they're brimming with confidence. They're oozing it, and it's dirty, all right. They need to clean that with some wipes. Maja will trade out that first man. Got to keep the disinfectant near.
It's true. I always keep a pack of wet wipes near me at all times. You never know.
When you might come in handy, multiple
especially while gaming as well.
Yeah,
any spillages or food going around, you want to make sure your peripherals are clean.
Definitely. Crumbs in the keyboard.
Do you know those kind of honeycomb mice that you can get, those super light ones? I spilled a whole drink on that once mid-game in a tournament, and it just completely shut down. Like, I didn't have a spare one either. So, yeah, definitely be careful. Keep the beverages away from the desk. Have like a bedside table where you can keep that sort of stuff there. That's my top tip.
I recently got a cup holder attached
good idea.
to the off of the desk.
Yeah, that's what I needed. Solid. You can't knock it.
You can't
knock it. How about
it.
those cups that like stick to the surface where you hit them and they just go?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've actually seen those on YouTube, I think. Yeah, I'd love to have one of those.
Seems like, I don't know, some
But I think the
magic.
problem is like trying to lift it up. Would that be more difficult?
No, I think it lifts straight up, but it doesn't, you can't knock it.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's magic
Science
as far as
is
I'm
awesome,
concerned.
isn't it? Oh, yeah, sure, magic.
Yeah, magic.
Well, it would take some magic for Eternal Fire to get back into this game, but here's a chance to try and close for Fnatic, moving forward into possibly their final play here in Overpass to Eternal Fire, and they look to pressure Fasher, and he hasn't really missed too many steps, but this time he will. Stays at the dice and goes down to Major. He's lost this time. The house wins at least one time in this matchup. Now 4 versus 3. A retake needed for Fnatic to close, otherwise it's a save call.
Go on, lads. Give it a go, but no. Towel very much thrown in here. And Eternal Fire, hey, they make it work. They get a lot of space. Nikodos is gambling B in this round with the Orb, so we don't have that famed Fnatic setup that Mezzi Pass loves to run as a previous rotation. Now it's just that 2-man hold, and with Roy dead early in middle, Fasher flashed out. Eternal Fire do convert it. They keep this game going, burning on.
Another round. Lads, you know, while we're here, I'm going to give you a fist bump or like a little team ourselves.
Yeah.
I think we've done a good job. It's been fun. It's been a fun map. And
Are you quitting?
I won't be here for the next one. I'm not sure who's casting up. But I think we did a fantastic job. No one can be upset with this one, even though we do sound the same.
It is the only trio. It was the only trio ever to be a duo.
That's true.
Yeah, okay, we have that.
See, how do you know? How do the people know it's not just one person here doing 2 slightly different voices? There's no guarantee.
You never know,
Maybe we've got to talk over each other.
Yeah, we might have to. Is this a tactical timeout? It is.
It is.
All right, then. Another chance.
Another chance.
This is really, really difficult to listen to. There's this sort of like echo happening or something. 15-11 though.
When did you realize you had that voice? You had Henry G's voice.
I was, I'm sure we all were, but I was a squeaker back in the day. I was definitely a squeaker. You know, late voice drop about 15. I didn't always sound like this. I don't really know. I think it sounded more like, I promise I'm not copying you.
Yeah, I know. I think that's
it's just how I sound.
It is kind of interesting.
But we grew up in a fairly similar area,
Yeah,
like
that's
west
true.
of London. You were West London. I'm west of West London.
Yeah,
You're West London.
Yeah, I'm double West. Double West best,
that's true.
maybe. But I don't know. I didn't, just happened, didn't it?
You didn't ask for it.
No.
It just happened.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Funny how you both ended up as commentators, so must be the voice. So neat
Oh, he's trying to end it.
Single-handedly
Wow.
doing damage onto 3 players, takes 2 down, and Calyx is barely walking still. Here comes Xantares. I think he's got a bit of trauma coming into this position. The amount of nades just bombarded him through the tunnel, but this time he gets away. And there's no issues for him. He'll start creeping up towards short.
Is this where it all comes crashing down?
Oh,
Big ears on Roy.
He's not jumping the gun, but he is communicating it along. We see those players dropping back through CT spawn to reinforce lower. Oh, look at the stack. 3. 3, and Calyx just left, trying to check if he was being flanked. It doesn't get worse. Poor Eternal Fire. They need these entries, and they need Xantares now.
Well, luckily they have got Xantares, who hits the first one, but this is the flank coming in. Oh, Roy tapping away, finally gets the kill. He runs out of ammo, so he'll send the nade in instead, and that might get the job done. Calyx was low on health, but doesn't fall to it. In the meantime, Xantares is killing people on the B bomb site, so Calyx has to think about turning on his heels and running away, but Roy catches the timing. The bomb is down, and there's just Xantares left. This would be an incredible 1 versus 2 to stay alive on this map. He's got the bomb in his hands again. He runs into the open, he'll go down, and Fasher will close. fnatic forces to a 3rd map. The strong first half showing was too much to come back for Eternal Fire. We'll be back, though, after this break.